Did you know that millions of Americans are overpaying their mortgages? And not by a little, by tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's right, and it's all in interest payments. The fact is, most Americans could be living the lives they have always dreamed of if they weren't spending the majority of their adult lives paying for the lives their lenders have dreamed of. In this video, we're going to show you how overpaying your mortgage is robbing you of the future you could have, and what you can do to stop paying for somebody else's dream and start turning your financial dreams into reality. So let's get started. Meet Bob and Katie Smith. The Smiths own their home, and they're in a pretty typical mortgage situation for millions of homeowners across the U.S. Your individual mortgage details may differ from this example, but the financial principles remain the same. Bob and Katie have a 30-year mortgage for $200,000 at a 4.5% interest rate and a monthly payment of just over $1,000 per month. Bob feels like they were pretty lucky to get a 4.5% rate. I mean, that's a great deal, isn't it? Well, to answer that, let's take a closer look at that 4.5% interest rate. How much of the Smiths' payment every month is going toward interest? And how much is going toward principal? By the end of the first year, they've paid their lender more than $12,000. Of that, nearly $9,000 went toward interest. That means that over 73% of the money Bob and Katie paid their lender in year one went toward nothing but interest. And in year two, it doesn't look much better. Once again, Bob and Katie paid their lender over $12,000, and of that, more than $8,700 went toward paying interest. That means that in year two, over 72% of the Smiths' money went toward nothing but interest. Now let's fast forward to year 20. By year 20, Bob and Katie have paid over $243,000, but they still owe their lender over $97,000 in principal on their loan. That means that after paying all that money, the Smiths still owe almost half the original amount they borrowed. And by year 30, the amount Bob and Katie have paid their lender totals almost $365,000, of which nearly $165,000 went toward paying nothing but interest. That means that they've paid their lender over 82% of the amount they originally borrowed, just in interest payments. That's 82%. Quite a far cry from the warm and fuzzy feeling the Smiths had when they heard they got a 4.5% loan. So where do all the billions and billions of dollars homeowners are paying the banks in interest go? Exactly. Homeowners like Bob and Katie from all across the nation spend their lives making interest payments to the banks and wonder why they never get ahead. But guess what? It doesn't have to be this way anymore. What would you say if someone told you that there is a simple term reducer system helping homeowners like you put an average of 18 years or more worth of mortgage payments back in their own pocket? By utilizing this proven system exactly as directed, you will too. How excited do you think people like Bob and Katie would be if instead of having to pay the bank over $164,000 in interest payments, they could pay less than $63,000? The same amount of interest they would pay if they had just a 1.9% fixed rate on their mortgage. That's nearly $102,000 in interest payments they would save. And their house is paid off free and clear in just 12 years versus 30. Thanks to our term reducer system, Bob and Katie would be done making mortgage payments in just 12 years. What could you do with over 18 years of mortgage payments you no longer had to pay the bank? Just imagine the possibilities. And you don't have to refinance. You don't have to change banks. You don't have to increase your minimum monthly payment. And you don't have to modify your mortgage or change your mortgage terms in any way. Just imagine the freedom you would have if you no longer had to make mortgage payments to anyone. And for more information and a free report that shows you exactly how much time and money our amazing term reducer can save you, call us toll-free right now. It's time to minimize debt and maximize life.